Okay, let's get right into it. So this was over at Hidden Collectibles 2 in Orange, right here in Orange County, California. I forget which match this was that I played. I believe this might have been my second match of the day. As you can see, we are playing Red Purple Law today, and we are going against a red and yellow Belo Betty. So this is actually the second time that I've played against the Belo Betty in person. The first time I lost to a crazy last card trigger Fire Fist, disabled one of my last attackers to use the finishing blow, and I ended up losing that match. So right here, my opponent was asking if he could switch to the alt art. I was like, yeah, go ahead, it's all good. When you got those expensive cards, those luxury cards, you definitely want to flex them. So here, I'm going second, so I was being very mindful when I was going against this guy. I was remembering what I did wrong last time I played against Belo Betty. So I was definitely more cautious and more on edge. No, I wasn't even on edge. I was just more focused. I definitely didn't want to lose back-to-back games to Belo Betty. It wasn't against this opponent. It was at a different location, but. So right here, he sends 8 to my leader. I take it. There's no way I'm going to counter out of that early. I'll take the free resource. Thank you. So go ahead and send 5 to leader here. I believe he takes life right here. No trigger on that. So just poking with leader, seeing what happens, seeing if he gives me a card out of hand or if he takes a life. So right here, Rush Zoro straight out of hand. 6 gives me a 2K. Gladly take that. Leader ability right here, -3 Dawn. For those of you who don't know, Trafalgar Law, -3 Dawn. You bounce an opponent character of 3,000 or less power to the bottom of their deck, and you can quick summon, I like to say, a 4 cost or less directly onto the field. So the Wombo combo is right here. As you can see, I use my ability, bottom deck, and I brought out the Stretching Penguin. Stretching Penguin is a MVP of this deck, if you don't already know. On play, you ramp 2 rested Dawn if you have 3 or less Dawn. From what I know, you could really only use Stretching Penguin's ability with Trafalgar Law. I don't know in any other instance whenever you can pull off the passive. Yeah, so right here, he gets rid of my Zoro, swings 6. Give him a 2K counter just because I think I had 2 Otamas in my hand, and I also realized that he's going to be playing a lot of low cost characters, a lot of 2Ks, 3Ks, some 5Ks, but I was only seeing low cost characters in the beginning of the match, so I figured I had the Otama to spare, so that's why I decided to dump it. Keep my life healthy. Just gonna go ahead and send another 5 to leader here. He gives me another card in hand. Swing with Penguin. He takes this. Trying to think of how much counter he has left in his hand. So luckily I hit the queen here. Really big card draw. Card draw is hard to come by when you're playing Red Purple Law. So anytime you can get out a queen, or I think sometimes people may run wire, draw 1, trash 1. Card draw is essential. You need it, or you run out of steam very quick. So right here, I don't have to use any cost reduction like Otama or Gordon or nothing, because all of his characters are within range of my leader ability. So -3 bottom deck. I believe that was Koala, or maybe it was a Searcher. I didn't see too clearly, and I bring out another Shachi Penguin to ramp another 2 Dawn. So really great early game, as you guys can see. Already have 2 Penguins on the field. I've used the most out of both of their passives to ramp me a total of 4 rested Dawn. So right here, he is swinging 6 at leader. So I'm okay with getting down in life. Sometimes I'm a little undisciplined. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I counter out of hits early. But anytime you're playing Law, do not be afraid to go down in life. Take those resources, because like I said earlier, it's really hard to to get cards in hand. Like, you don't really have that many card draw options. So any resources you can get, definitely take advantage of it. So he plays a Sanji here. Luckily, I didn't see that out of life. So let's see what kind of plays we make here. We're sitting at 5 Dawn. 5 Dawn is a great number for Law. A lot of combos you could pull off with this. One thing that I noticed that I do when I'm looking at my footage is I distribute my Dawn in accordance of how I want to play. This might be a read that I'm giving the opponent. Maybe a good opponent will see that and kind of already see what I'm planning. So definitely got to watch out for that. Send 5 at leader, gives me a free card. A 5 at leader, I send another 5, and then again another 5 with the other penguin. Just ripping cards out of his hand. Really good for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate 4. Bring out Trafficker Law, Film Law I like to call him. -2 on Sanji, put him right into that range for my leader ability, and I go ahead and activate it. -3 Dawn, then I bring out Zoro from hand and add my last Dawn to swing 6. And he gives me that 2k counter. So as you can see, really menacing board right now. My opponent is looking at 5 bodies with 2 life left. He's definitely within lethal next turn if he doesn't remove some of the bodies, maybe get some blockers up, or have some good trigger cards in there. So right here, I'm actually not too familiar with playing against Karasu, so I asked him right here what it does, and he said on play he gives -1000 to my leader. I think you can choose, and he chose my leader. So right here, I put the dice on it just so I could try to remember. I actually make a mistake when I'm calculating the power. I noticed it on the review. I'll let you guys know when it comes up, but he sends 6 to my leader. No, he sends 6 to Zoro right here. So I'm debating if I want to keep him in. I block it with Queen and I give 1k counter, and he passes. Oh, you know what? I believe I made a mistake already. I think I just missed it, but he sent an attack to my leader, and I had forgotten that it was at 4k, and I think I used a 2k counter to block out of it, and I was short 1k. But I don't think it ended up mattering because I believe I ended up going for game anyways this turn. So I think it was just because we were playing pretty quick, and it was just a lapse of judgment. I calculated it wrong. I was off by 1k. He didn't notice, and I didn't notice at the time. But yeah, didn't end up mattering. I had more than enough weapons to finish him the next turn. As you can see, full board. I had the removal in hand. I had another kid and another Beppo. So definitely had a really good early game, I would say. As we look back at the footage, 2 penguins early. I got the 4 rested Dawn out in the early game, and just constant aggression. He didn't have too many good counters in hand, so good triggers in his life. So luckily we were able to just keep adding 2 characters per turn and removing 1 or more characters on his side of the field, and we took the win against Belo Betty. Got our revenge from last time. Pretty resounding win. Pretty happy with it. And yeah, so that was this match. Hope you guys who watched learned something new. Hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and leave a like and comment on the video. If you guys have any questions with deck lists or need any help, go ahead and feel free. Leave them in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Later.